Merry Christmas. My name is Sean. I'm a 26-year-old and New Year is coming and I'm also about to turn 27 in a few days. And if I'm being honest, I've been feeling a little bit scared. I'm not too sure what it is about this time of the year. I know a lot of people get stressed about going home. I think a part of it is thinking that your family is going to ask you a lot more questions about where you are in life. And with social media nowadays, where you just see everyone kicking up their lives, it makes you feel a bit reflective about where you are in life. So I want to take a few moments to kind of unpack that throughout this video and talk a little bit about what I've done this Christmas and how I'm preparing for the new year. I never would have expected that I would spend some time in the Hong Kong Jockey Club this Christmas. Growing up, I used to watch it on television all the time because my dad was really into these games, but it's actually my first time coming here, and I have to be honest, it was a lot more festive and fun than I thought.
We made 2 bets, 4 and 10, and also number 5.
This year, I set out the goal to try more different things, so when my high school friends suggested that we should do this, I decided, why not?
I'll let you in on a little secret. They tell you who's gonna win, and you just bet on them. It's just free money. They've rigged the game. It's solved.
Since the man that bet on the...
Hey, you'll see me in 2 minutes time when the horse was done and the race is done. I'll be with cash in my hand, dude.
I will say though, I did lose all my bets, so maybe gambling isn't for me after all. The next day is Christmas Eve, and I went on a hike. If there's one thing I learned this year, it is that open space helps me think. It seems like whenever I'm alone in an apartment, I can be a bit more negative towards myself, you know? Like I would start to ask questions to myself that I cannot answer and get fixated and frustrated about the fact that I cannot answer these big questions. Like, what is my purpose in life? Or who am I supposed to be? Stuff like that. So I was really thankful to be able to go on a hike with some friends. I decided to go without my proper camera and only bring the old camera that I bought in Japan this year. And just like that, 2026 arrived. It's funny, you know, I had all these anxiety, this desire to make big changes and become the best version of myself. But before I could even figure out what that looks like, what I need to change, the new year just creeped up on me. I remember sitting in front of the TV screen, looking at the countdown and waiting for it to hit 0. And I thought to myself, maybe the new year isn't that important after all. Maybe the new year is just a year. Another chance to learn, another chance to make mistakes, and the word year is just a way for us to recall this very special set of moments.
I just wanna see how beautiful you are. You know that I see it. I know you're a star. Where you go, I follow, no matter how far.
So, Happy New Year! Personally, I can't believe it's already 2026. It feels like 2025 just flew by our heads. A major goal of mine is to build a community where you and I and everyone else can learn and grow together. I'm a huge fan of old films like Dead Poets Society or Good Will Hunting, and I think it's really cool when people gather together and they talk about their ideas, their purpose of life, and I want to be able to deliver that through my videos and be able to see what you guys think of it and be able to have a conversation and hopefully be able to grow with you guys. So let's move on and talk about New Year resolution. I actually have mine written down right here. I feel like sometimes it's kind of scary to say your goals out loud because it feels like you're making a promise. But I think sometimes we just have to embrace our fear. My first major goal is to reach 100,000 YouTube subscribers this year through making vulnerable, meaningful, high quality videos. Honestly, when I think about this, I think it might be a bit of a stretch, but I'm convincing myself that you gotta aim high. And there's a part of me that do believe I really have it in the bag. So hopefully by the end of this year, I'll be holding some kind of plaque and I'll be showing you guys how cool that would look. My second major goal is I would like to travel to Europe for this summer. Personally, I haven't been to Europe since I was a kid, and when I was a kid, I wasn't really able to appreciate a lot of the things. And I've always been into like European art and philosophy, so I kind of want to go there, look at some art museums, write some poems, and look at some statues. And yes, I'm aware of how performative that sounds. Number 3, I would like to sing a lot more. I think I would like to record covers and also learn how to play the guitar or the piano, and just be uploading weekly covers on a different YouTube channel. Personally, I'm a huge fan of singing, but I never really practiced properly or really set aside time to sing, and I want to do that this year. And I have other small goals that I really want to achieve, but in terms of my major goals this year, it's those things. And that brings me to the question of, what about you? Do you have anything that you want to improve on or learn? If you have anything at all, please leave them down in the comments along with your name. I'm going to read every single comment and I'm cheering you guys on. I personally do struggle with not knowing what I want. So if you go around and you see all these people have a really, really strong New Year resolution and you feel like you don't really know, I think that's okay. Don't beat yourself up over it. It's okay to not really be sure of where you are. But I do think the New Year is a really great reminder that we should move towards something. And that can be anything at all, whether it's losing weight, whether it's wanting to move more, stretch more, or catch up on a favorite series of book that you haven't been reading. I think having those things are actually what makes us feel alive. From now on, for every single one of my videos, I want to include a segment where I talk a little bit about my feelings lately and try to communicate with you guys and check in. I want you to know that there's a whole life happening on this screen. You know, struggles, vulnerability, sadness, happiness, loneliness, everything is happening over here. So if you feel like you're alone in the world fighting your battles, all of us are fighting our own battles, and I hope that my videos can be a reminder of that. With that being said, I have a really strong feeling that 2026 will be an incredible year for a lot of you, for me, and for the world. And for some unknown reason, I am really excited. Yeah.